What is going on, Moon Gang? A handful of you have reached out to me asking about cryptocurrencies, so today I thought it would be fun to do a technical breakdown of Bitcoin. I will be highlighting the key areas of support and resistance so we have a better idea of where this currency might be headed to next. Before I get into all that though, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to join the Moon Gang by hitting the subscribe button. And if you enjoyed this video, it would be great if you could drop a like because it really helps this channel out. Alrighty then, let's dive into it. At the time that I'm filming this video, Bitcoin is trading just above $19,100. At this price level, that means that this cryptocurrency has gained 2% over the past week, 20% over the past month, and 167% from the start of the year until right now. Clearly, Bitcoin has been performing very well this year, and in fact, it's been outperforming typical investments such as the S&P 500. Anyway, here is the current technical situation. From January until March of this year, there was a sell-off in Bitcoin, but ever since then, it has been trending upward by consistently posting higher lows. And more recently, in August of this year, Bitcoin was range-bound between 11,000 and 12,000, and then there was a sell-off, and Bitcoin was range-bound from September up until mid-October, and that range was between 10,000 and 11,000. Eventually, there was a breakout which put this crypto in the previous range, but this time it was followed by another breakout and rally to a new relative high at $13,000. And once a solid foundation was formed, Bitcoin was then in this bear flag. Since the formation of this channel in early November, Bitcoin has managed to gain an impressive 41%. At times, there was some serious strength on the top side of this trend line, and this was mirrored by the RSI being in the overbought territory. Eventually, there was a correction all the way down to 16,000, but ever since then, the bull camp has been in control, and they even hit a new all-time high just below $20,000. More recently, there has been some new technical developments, but I'll explain that in more detail on the 4-hour chart. For this daily time frame though, if this bullish momentum were to continue, the next resistance would come at a previous relative high of 19,500, and past that, we have the all-time high just below 20,000. From the current level, to get to that first resistance, it would be a gain of 2%, and the all-time high is 4% away. If, and most likely when, the bull camp pushes Bitcoin above the all-time high, I would be looking for it to fill out this channel, which would bring us to right around 21,000. However, with that being said, please proceed with caution. Don't forget that the name of this technical structure is a bear flag, and that's because they commonly break downward. Obviously, that doesn't have to happen right away. I mean, this one's been going on since early November, but if it were to happen, the first support I would be looking for would come at 18,000, and that's where Bitcoin caught itself on December 1st and also in late November. And past that, I would be watching the price level of this overcorrection at 16,200. From the current level, the first support would come at a drop of 6%, and then the second one would be a drop of 15.5%. To be fully transparent, I do not own any Bitcoin, so I'll attempt to be as unbiased as possible, but as things currently stand, I do favor the bull camp over the bear camp. In other words, I think we'll see 21,000 before we see 16,000. My reasoning for this is that as long as the bottom of this channel holds, Bitcoin is in an upward trend, and it clearly has quite a bit of momentum. With that being said though, I would like to bring your attention to these two key points. You'll notice that between November 24th and November 30th, even though Bitcoin made a new relative high, the RSI didn't. This is known as bearish divergence, and it's a sign that the buyers are getting tired, and it's commonly indicative of a future decline or at least consolidation. Now, to be fair, over the past 5 days, Bitcoin has been consolidating, so we would be in pretty good shape as long as this trend line holds, and especially 18,000. And then we would be in great shape if on this next leg upward, the RSI shoots up and is able to get above 80, which would get rid of this bearish divergence. Even though I would argue the current momentum is positive, please don't lose track of the overall technical situation. This is a bear flag, but they can build for a very long time. To get a better idea of what might happen over the next few days, let's check out the 4-hour chart. Before I jump into this time frame, for those of you who are curious, the name of this charting software is TradingView, and there's a link to a free 30-day trial in the description of this video for those of you who are interested. Anyway, back to Bitcoin. After hitting a new relative high in late November, there was a pretty brutal sell-off down to 16,000, and at one point it had dropped 14.5%, but since then, the bulls have been in control and there was a pretty sizable rally to the current all-time high, which was a gain of over 20%. After hitting this new high, Bitcoin was consolidating in this bullish pennant, and as I'm filming this video, it is breaking out as we speak. If this breakout holds, I would first be watching the resistance at 19,500, and if the bulls win here, I would then be watching the all-time high just below 20,000, and if, and most likely when Bitcoin breaks above that, my first short-term target would be 21,000. As a little extra bonus for all of you Bitcoin bulls, the RSI does have quite a bit of room to run. With that being said though, if this ends up becoming a fake out breakout, the first support I would look for would come at one of these two bottom trend lines around 19,000. And if the bears really come back with some sort of vengeance and push it below that, I would then be looking for the next support to come at 18,500. To sum things up, in the short term, I will be watching this bullish pennant structure and the previous resistance at 19,500. Then in the medium term, I will be watching the all-time high just below 20,000 and for a new high to be formed at 21,000. Obviously though, the entire situation is pretty dynamic, so pay close attention to all levels of support, resistance, and watch for divergence to be formed in the RSI. Thanks for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. This was my first video related to Bitcoin and really cryptocurrencies in general, so if you want me to continue making these, make sure you let me know in a comment below. As a quick reminder, I am not a financial advisor, so I would highly recommend that you do your own research. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to drop a like, and if you haven't already, don't forget to join the Moon Gang by hitting the subscribe button. Thanks for watching, and until next time, best of luck in the markets.